Good to see you again, Mr. Junaid.
Thank
We
you.
were at this meet, and last we met was in Antwerp and now in Belfast. And tell me, how are you enjoying Belfast so far up to now?
Oh, it is a great city. It is my maiden visit to this place.
Okay.
Of course, I studied in Delhi,
Okay.
one of the Irish school called St. Columbus, which is run by the Irish brothers.
Okay.
So it was my dream that we must come to it because most of my teachers were from this part and they were talking very high about this island, and we are very happy to be here.
Great. I agree. I also studied under the Irish brothers in Shimla. But coming to a more fundamental issue, that you are become now expert in the manufacturing sector. Currently, you are the MD of Binani Cement. And tell me, one hears a lot of slippage problems taking place in the cement sector because, we've done some audit of some cement companies and we find that the kind of system which are there in cement manufacturing, it's prone to a lot of leakages. How are you managing that?
I generally agree with you that you being the expert in pilferages and all which we are facing. But I will tell you there are certain amount of privilege and some sort of slippage we see a cost of the cost building. Number one, every industry which is in the manufacturing, whether you are in cement, steel or bulk trucks, whatever manufacturing is there, it is a huge, what you call human people are involved. It is not the IT industry where everything is like it is here, everything is physical. And whenever you see something physical, it is human tendency. Oh, it is why it is somebody, why can't I take some with me? That is the one. Number two in this, because you are not confined to one particular spot or a site. Your mining industry is on the one site where you mine your what you call limestone, gypsum, fly ash, then you go to your grinding unit, then you go to your packing unit, then you go to your clinkerization. So there are, and then transportation. So it is a stage of manufacturing. And you see, whenever we talk general about manufacturing, one should not forget in this word, it is a manufacturing sector which gives the highest number of employment.
Yes, it is.
In India or anywhere in the world, I personally presume that you cannot run this country of a 1.25 billion people only on the basis of IT, financial sector, stock exchange, stock market. You have to have the manufacturing sector to give the employment to the people.
Absolutely.
Unless and until you give to the youth of India the employment, you cannot run. There will be a division in the country, there will be fight, there will be a communal disturbance, there are rich and poor, there are so many dimensions will come.
Okay.
Again, I will come to generally your fundamental question. That is what we require the expert of your companies or your personal expert in the Indian Army, you have then. We are taking the all help and assistance of how to stop. One, of course, is the normal security given by the security guards. But these are the guards which are not very much trained.
No.
They are routine who just have a, what you call in the other way, a false sense of security.
Yeah.
That I have been secured because there are 4 people surround me. So that is a false security phenomena in your body. The real phenomena persons will come when a professional agency like yours will come to our assistance, to our help. So I always tell my people in the company, go for professionals, go for people who are trained in this line, and go for the people who has got some technology. Don't go on your own insect that people are there. So this is what we are trying to stop, and of course we are doing our level best to see that pilferage are there at every stage in our own company system. When the basic privilege come, when trucks goes, suppose cement is the item.
I know, truck goes.
It goes from your A sector to 800 kilometers, and it crosses the barriers, it crosses the interstate, it crosses the district, it crosses some of the isolation and vulnerable point where people stop the trucks, they take it. This is one part. Second is your mixing. Then in cement industry, lot of things that people are talking.
Mixing.
Your stuff goes it, they add some mud, they add something. That I'm talking whole as the cement industry. Not only from any A company or B company, but there are complaints. There are in the cement and Cement Manufacturing Corporation or Cement Manufacturing Association, CMA, is trying to see what best can be done, and still we are.
But I must tell you one thing, that I'm part of a company, running a company known as Midcat Advisory Services Private Limited. It's a Bombay, Delhi-based company, and we have done some work with some cement companies, and we found that just by taking small steps, like you said, professionals, we went and studied it for 3-4 months. One of the cement company won't name it, and we were amazed to see, appalled to see the kind of pilferage was taking place, as small steps taken by them on our advice help them cut down the losses by nearly 25 to 30%.
Oh, huge.
It is such a simple thing, because firstly the people came to know that you employed a professional company, and they understood that we understand how it is done. So we were able to do that. And secondly, when outside people come into it, and therefore a lot of stoppage was taking place. So I think what you said is right, that if you employ a professional company, the amount of money that you give them for consultancy is returned about 10 times in your savings, cost saving overall. That's the way to go.
No, I do 100% agree with you that let us not be foolish by upon what we are talking.
Yeah.
If you to spend money, you see ultimately in cement industry, how much is security and all, maybe a fraction of some point it will cost.
Yeah.
And the first is people know that company is vigilant. Because the person who is taking their things out, he said, oh, nobody is bothered.
No one will catch me out.
I have got a free hand. I do, there is nobody to catch. Moment especially that you may have your own internal employees. Every company has got security, they have got, or you have to only depend on some complaints, or what we call India chugli baji sahab, this fellow has taken this, or these are all hearsay.
You don't know partners.
It is not a part of very systematic information system.
Okay.
By professionals coming up, we are thinking very seriously. This problem is coming at the industry level. How is the cement or even any manufacturing company can be solved at all stage.
Okay.
Inside plant, outside plant, there is a pilferage. You have got a huge,
use that, yes.
huge amount of coal is coming.
I know.
You know what is the weight, what is this, people are taking out, huge amount of things are coming, going, and how to stop it. And you have to, there is no way. There is a outside, there is a one what you call in Indian that kata or weighing machine. You just depend on that receipt and all those things, quality, quantity.
Technology can come to access that.
I do agree.
That, and we did that, and it came out to be very interesting, because like I told you that one day we were carrying out a check on the cement company, and we noticed that a truck was coming out of it after every 2 hours, same one. So there was something in the system where they were rotating the same one, and it was getting locked out as out. It go inside the cloud.
I know.
So this kind of system goes on.
First come up because that the costing and the stocks system.
So this kind of things you can. But tell me one thing. I noticed that you also got cement plants in China, and last time I remember that you had done some acquisition of a conning factory in Belgium. So tell me, what is the difference you see in the manufacturing space in countries like China or in Africa, or now that you come to Europe, you pick it up? What is the kind of differences there in purely in governance part of it? And how
you see, as far as there are two governance. One is the corporate governance, which is only in the boardroom, independent director. You are talking the real manufacturing, not the corporate government. Manufacturing, what you do at the site.
Yeah.
You see the difference between the China, Dubai, Middle East, or in the European is different in India. We have seen now 4 or 5 places, entirely different dimension, totally a different concept, different approach. Where we see in India, it is a moment you threaten, moment you give them police, that your case will be reported to FIR will be lodged, something will come. More psycho fever also work. Moment there is expert like your company is watching. Let them not worried only that who are doing, but moment they know there are maybe some like secret agents, people will be watching. So that is impact.
Okay.
Wherever in the other states like Europe and all, I think their chances are very less. People are, number one, I don't blame them also, because their workers in European countries are paid good salaries. Their working hours are limited. They are well-to-do, wherever, in our own country there is not as much as there is no parity. I will not only blame the socio-economic factor of their doing, but one, that is life everybody has to live. You see, there is the old saying in India or anywhere in the world, for if you are not getting you and your children are getting your full meals, you will do whatever you will happen because you have to survive. The one aspect is this, but again coming to the fundamental and basic question is, yes, every manufacturing company, whether is coming in any part, it is in their interest, it is in the interest of their cost reduction, because ultimately any pilferage will cost the company profitability. It cost is overhead, it cost is expensive. It is a past of people believe it is like R&D, new innovation, where you are saving some money. We are fighting for saving so much with the trucks, every penny count. But this invisible help, invisible profit which you will add, that has to be now counted, that has to be told to people. Management should be aware of any manufacturing company. Please put all your efforts to see that they...
see that gets one. I agree with you. Tell you one more thing. If you know, Mr. Juneja, that cement industry is a great indicator of growth of the country. If your cement is selling and is in short supply, that means the infrastructure or the country is taking place. What has your impression been in the last few months or last 1 year as far as the India story is concerned? Because you can really understand, because you are a person who is manufacturing something which contributes to state my idea kya ho raha hai.
You see, this is what our idea is. In this our country, great country like India, what we are trying to say, how we can now the roads, bridges and whatever infrastructure which we are going. Today's morning you were hearing our Honorable Minister that our plans are bigger than China as far as the road developments are concerned and the highways are concerned. It is a very good positive sign. It should be helpful to us. But still, you know, cement and steel are the two basic indicators.
Absolutely.
Because first the steel will go and then it will be coated by a cement. Steel and cement go together side by side. And usually think wherever your GDP growth is there, cement and GDP growth, cement and GDP is almost 1% higher and up so and steel. So now the fact remains that India, China, country like China, where we will presume that infrastructure they have reached almost like 50%. Where India infrastructure is nothing, we have to build it. There we have got like 1500 million ton cement capacity in China. Where in country like India, we have still got not more than 250 to 260 million. The world largest producer of cement is China. That is now the difference you see, 1200, 250 to 300, that's what we are debating. 1/4. And that means India has got ample demand and supply gap in the cement industry. Cement, you see, this is the only country one should not forget that in Maharashtra, Antule's time, he lost his government because he has given some permit to somebody to buy a cement. He was paying for it. He is not that he was buying. And we have seen the cement in this country our own. It is like a ration. It is like this. You have to get funds. I remember when we were constructing our own house in difficult in the 80s, 90s. You have to get your plan approved. You have to get your plan approved. You have to go to ration office. They will give you the permit. You get. So these are the things. This is not only cement, of course, like the automobile everywhere.
But as of now, when you're seeing the cement demand picking up, is still good enough to show that India is growing, or is slowing down the demand?
No, it is positive side.
Positive.
It is a positive side. Cement industry will grow. Indian now one should not forget that this is the election time in the India. Next 11 months is very crucial, and we are in that mood. Unless and until they make the major investment in the infrastructure, which will create employment, which can be visibly seen. You see people in the election time, everybody want to tell what you have done. I have made so much. So even in any MP which is one particular area, his area is to tell, I have made 2 kilometers of road, I have made the highways, I have made the village road more concrete, I have made the village with the highway connectivity road. So these are all physically you have to show. You can't sell it is only in
On
the
paper.
my plan. You have to show them physically, and now the voters are intelligent. You just can't tell them on the paper selling. You have to show them physically. So now the demand of cement will come up.
Okay.
It is the right time in India. More cement plants will come.
Come up.
But unfortunately, on account of environment, land scarcity, as you
Land
know,
scarcity. Land is a big
and you know, in India, is the population world, 16% population lives in 2% of the world land. So land is always a scarcity in India. 16% population living in the 2% of the world land, and that is why we are looking, because highway has also got their own problems. They don't acquire the land acquisition
very difficult.
become
Politically
problem.
sensitive also.
So these are the, it is like a vicious circle, how you are able to catch up.
Will be a thing.
This is the what's the, basically I feel journal that how we are going
Thank
to
you very
do.
much, and Virginia, great talking to you. It's always a great pleasure talking to you. You are very practical, and you come up with very, very good answers to, because you got so much experience in this
Oh, that
sector.
is so
that's
nice
why,
of you.
That's why it comes up. Thank you. Great.
God
talking to you.
bless
Thank
you. God
Thank
bless you.
Thank
Thank you.